All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Harakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. And greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto the fellow servants, as well as those listening and learning in hopes of salvation in these last days. Shalom unto you. Rush Quad here, and just want to kind of touch on this topic that's kind of been on my spirit, and then there was another one, so I gotta do it. It's the spirit, which is earthquakes. Okay, I grew up in Southern California, and so been through a few earthquakes, and you always have this out of nowhere, caught on, caught it, when you're not paying attention, type of energy that you fear that an earthquake can pop up at any moment. Okay, and these were sometimes 4 point somethings, 5, 7s, sixes, different earthquakes, and man, very destructive. And so it always keeps you uneasy. All right. So we got to understand that in these last days. So if you've ever been in an earthquake, you know what that feeling of that power generated from the earth really feels like, man. It's a godly power that you can feel. And in the last days, we know that the Most High uses earthquakes, to show his power as a form of power, and so in that moment, we have to realize that the moment being the day of the Lord, and when Yahushua returns, man, that type of power is going to come back to the earth, as it says in prophecy. So we and some of the signs that are happening are leaning towards this, man. So we have to truly fear Yahweh through his only begotten son Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten son Yahushua, man. Okay, that's how you escape that fear of the actual physical earthquake to the fear of the power that creates that earthquake. Okay, and if you are doing your duties as commanded to you in righteousness, hey, you're an Israelite, of course, you'll have the opportunity to be saved. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna play. Let me see if I can get this. No, I got time. I don't know what that's talking about, but let's see if we can get this video here. Here we go. We got a video. Across the page on a trip now. Bear with me while I set it up.
A developing story now out for the Philippines, which was struck by a 7.0 magnitude quake early Wednesday. These new images show debris falling as the tower was shaking. The US Geological Survey says the quake hit northern Luzon, the country's most populous island, just before 9 a.m. local time. Officials say many homes and buildings have been damaged. The tremors were felt in Manila, more than 400 kilometers from the epicenter. Chandeliers were left shaking and furniture as well. Many people ran into the streets when the quake struck. Rescue and relief teams have been deployed. The president expected to visit the affected areas as soon as he's given the all clear. Any new developments, we'll bring them to you live here on CNN.
And one thing about these earthquakes that you have to remember, they're like spur of the moment type thing. This is back in July, I think the 28th. Here we go. So I'm gonna read this article, and then I got a couple more. It says at least 5 people died and 130 others were injured after a powerful earthquake struck northern Philippines on Wednesday, according to authorities in Southeast Asian country. A 7.0 magnitude quake hit northern Luzon, the country's most populous island, at 8:43 a.m. local time. Okay, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The agency originally designated the quake to be 7.1 magnitude before downgrading it to 7.0. Okay, and it shows you where and all of that. Okay, 250 miles away, it was felt in Manila. Okay, for you, that's the American Standard understanding. But 400 kilometers away, which is quite some time. That's far away, man. That's length away. That just shows you the basic vastness of the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Let's see if we can go back now. In fact, let's go to this one. This one I found a little while back also. Come on now, we don't need all that. And it says, stadium collapses during bullfight in Espinal, Colombia. All right. At least 5 dead, 500 injured. All right, and here's the video. Popping, okay, and those are Israelites over there, and I believe some of those in the Philippines are Israelites as well, man. You know, when you get into the spirit of those people over there, there's certain ones, man, that really have that Jake spirit on them, man. So they gotta get judged as well. You know, those that are righteous, because there's some over there that's actually speaking the name and teaching in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua as well. So that just goes to show you that, but that's another lesson for another day. Let me go to this one that just happened earlier. This is on World Star, of course. Whoa, 6.8 magnitude earthquake in China leaves at least 46 dead. You see? I'm gonna play that one more again, because the way them trees shook, that show you that power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, how he can make the earth shake like that, okay? Okay, so I have scriptures, man. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one, the second Ezra, the 9th chapter. That power, man, is something that you don't want to play games with, man. Okay, you don't want to play games with that type of power, man. All right. I'll start here. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse. I'll start at 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, the prophecies, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, therefore there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. We see that clearly. We're seeing uproars, and we are clearly been seeing earthquakes, man. Okay, in these last days, there's been earthquakes all over, not just California, not just, you know, Alaska, not just down in South America and different. It's been all over the world, not just Japan. It's been everywhere. Okay, the places that we know to be frequent when it comes to earthquakes, it's not only those places anymore, but those places as well. We saw Haiti a few years ago, okay, and different other places, man. Chile, I think Peru has something, you know, different places, man. There's been just Mexico, different places having these earthquakes. It's so many earthquakes going on that you can't even keep up. Okay, and I'm talking about bigger, over 4.5, 5 on the Richter scale or whatever, you know, magnitude level, okay? And that's just earthquakes. That's not all the other things that are happening in the earth with storms and hurricanes and tornadoes and so on and so forth, okay? But this video particularly is about earthquakes, man. Okay, because that's something that if you've ever been in an earthquake and never felt it, even just a small tremor, you feel completely powerless, okay? It says, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, he prophesied that these things will go down. Okay, now, Let's go to a couple other scriptures because there's a bunch of earthquake scriptures. Okay, yep, this was the one. Another one I wanted. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Let me see if there's something above it. No, that's the point. Verse 6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Okay, so you got to understand that these things are going to go down in these days, man. Earthquakes are going to be breaking up land and people are just going to get swallowed up in it, man. Okay, buildings falling on people, all kinds of destructive and massive destructive things. And this is before the earth rocks to and fro from the missiles. Okay, so there's going to be earthquakes. And it's funny because I remember something that stuck with me in the movie The Road. There was lots of earthquakes going on in that movie. You know, they just showed them like they'd always kind of wake up like, oh, it's just an earthquake, you know. Trees falling and little tremors, and it was just something that just continually going on. And it said, I think he even mentioned something about the earth was dying and it was like a heart attack or something on the earth. I think if I remember, that was that movie or another movie I saw that type of situation was going on. Anyway, I digress. Back to the point. Back in let's go to Luke. Yeah, let's go to Luke 21. Which we should know this one in Matthew 24 echoes it. It says, then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation. We're seeing that. We're seeing the east come against the west. I'm talking about Eastern world versus the Western world, particularly the countries of the north, with Russia and those Middle Eastern countries are fighting the west, man. The EU nations, all right? It says, and kingdom against kingdom. The Arab nations as well says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So we're going to see a lot of these different things going on, but particularly earthquakes are going to, what's the word I want to use? Are going to, not pastor, what's the word I'm looking for? Shall torment you, okay? Earthquakes are gonna torment you, man. This is nothing. If you've never been in an earthquake, it's one of the scariest feelings that you can physically have on the earth, man. Okay, as far as physical things happening on the earth, there's people that have been tormented by spirits or whatever else, and that may be the highest, maybe. But when you feel an earthquake, man, there's no feeling quite like that. All right. From there, let's go to Matthew. Over here, Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? This is just the beginning of what's going on, man. The Lord has something in store for the people, the wicked of the earth, man, that's on a whole higher level, man. And he's even going to test the elect's fate with these events as well, man. The difference is we'll be in subject in fear, Lord willing. I speak of myself. We'll be in subject in fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, and in these days have earned salvation to where our transgressions are blotted out, man. All right. From there, let's go to the other list. Bear with me. All right, I'm gonna read this list. All I did was put in earthquake into the scriptures in blue letter, and I got a list. I'm gonna start with this one, Revelation 16, verse 18. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. So when that chariot shows up, man, there's gonna be earthquakes, man. Why? Because there were when he left. Okay. Such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. All right. Revelation 11 and 19. And the temple of the Most High was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament, and there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. Okay, we did see hail knocking people out. verse 13. Yeah, they did it that way. And in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai of heaven. Okay, so this is what we're going to see and have to go through, man. And if there's brothers in the regions of that 10th part of the city, when that falls in those places, man, hey, we believe they'll be all right. Whether as coming back first, if they shall perish on this side, or the Most High have them moved and saved in a moment. Okay, truly believe that those of the elect will be all right. Okay, a lot of scriptures on that. Revelation 8:5. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. Okay, this is not a topic that's just, not touched on in the scriptures, man. This is heavily brought up in the scriptures. And you can't belittle an earthquake, man. These things are ferocious, man. All right. Revelation 6:12, and I beheld, and when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Okay, so we see that these times, man, that we're coming into are going to be very dangerous, very what's the word? I had the word earlier. Basically, they're going to torment. That's the word. They're going to torment the people of the earth, man. All right. Acts chapter 16, verse 26. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's bands were loosed. Hey, so we believe that the elect will be all right, man. Okay, if it can open the jail cell, the prison, where men were captive, and there was an earthquake, and they got out scot-free, hey, man, we believe that can happen again. There's some brothers that may be wrapped up and get pulled into a FEMA camp, that an earthquake can happen, bust the doors open, they'll get free that way. Okay, we believe in all types of miracles, as the people of the earth would call them. All right, and that's what they really are. All right, and I'll go up to this, and I'll do because when Yahushua left the earth, it's going to show you that there were earthquakes. Now this is Matthew 27:54. Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Yahushua saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly this was the Son of Yahweh. Okay, and that signifies him being the Son of Yahweh, because there hadn't been a great power in the earth when they took him out. Let's go into that chapter a little bit. Let's see. Yep. Man, heavy moment, man. Yeah. That's when he gave up the ghost, man. Okay. Yep. And the beautiful chapter. Okay, so let's go back out of that. Oops. I have one more. Bear with me. Okay, so this is Matthew chapter 28. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, in the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. Whoo! Okay. Imagine you seeing something like that happen, man. How could this one man, you're thinking it's a man, roll the stone back? Well, there was also a great earthquake in that moment too, man, that you can't, breeze over, man. That earthquake was a big moment. Okay, showing you, Yahweh Shai coming back on the earth, man. It signified a great moment in the earth. When he passed, there was a great earthquake, and when he resurrected a few days later, man, there was a great earthquake. Okay? So why would we believe that it won't be earthquakes when he returns? Okay? His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. Yeah, they were scared of that angel. All right? And the angel answered and said unto the woman, Fear ye not, for I know that ye seek Yahweh Shai, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay, and go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he go before you into Galilee, and shall see ye, and shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. Okay. And so it gave him what Yahweh Shai was going to be doing from there. But man, that earthquake was the point. Okay, great earthquake is coming to the earth, man. Okay, a power like you've never felt, and you can feel it in the earth, and you feel so minimal and small, man. So we need a power, man. And though we go through these punishments and curses, you know, we have to call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man, to get out of these things, man. You know, because it's only right to call on the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You know, that for fear is the beginning of wisdom, man, and that fear is nothing like it, man. And so if he can create an earthquake and so many other things in the earth and prophesy these things unto you, how much more is he to be greatly praised and feared? All right, so I just wanted to bring that out, just a few earthquake scriptures, you know, from the time when Yahweh Shai returns, man. We're coming into that time, man. This is the time of the end. Thus saith the prophecies. When you look at the tokens and the times and the signs, okay, and we're only going to see worse and worse earthquakes, man. Okay, 5 here, 5 there, now 46. Okay, we're going to start seeing these numbers jump, okay, as they get worse and worse. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises and glories unto Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto the elect. Until the next one. Shalom.